Well, after a very long time, and this is more just documentation purposes, but you can go back from my first ever video, which was about 7 months ago, to now. I have finally done it. Um, as you can see in the top left, I got the Express account. So I finally passed my account. Feels really good, right? Like I don't really know how to feel. Um, there was nothing different that I guess I was doing other than I was just finally sticking to my rules. Like for the longest time, you just kind of you think you know what you're doing, and you most likely do, but you don't know that your room for error and your room for mistakes is so small, and that all you have to do is just really trust your statistics. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust all the work that you've put in to this skill. And I don't know, it just works out. Like it's really hard to kind of wrap your brain around the fact that, bro, you can just sit here and click buttons on a screen and potentially make generational wealth off of it. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen for me anytime soon or off of this just one account, but there are people that do, and it is possible. And I don't know, it's just weird to try and think about how you can do that. So I guess without further ado, I'll go over the trade that I ended up taking that passed my account. And then I don't know. This I haven't posted a video in months just because I finally realized like, hey, I'm focusing on the wrong things. I'm trying to focusing on growing a social media and growing this trading account when I haven't even passed anything. I barely know what I'm doing. So why am I trying to grow this? But yeah, it's very very surreal, very emotional, and I hope this is a step in the right direction for sure. Um, but yeah, so let's get into the trade. Coming into the day, there was a we are at all time highs, but there was a bearish SMT that took out all time highs, so I didn't really have like a super clear bias. Um, But I marked out some of these things, and obviously, when you're at all-time highs, you don't necessarily want to be shorting. However, there was a bearish S&T, so just keep that in mind, I guess. But yeah, the trade I ended up taking was I was targeting. Sorry, I'll delete these. These weren't really in play. So we kind of found we found this low here, which I think there's no fair value gap. Interesting. 4 hour. No, yeah, I mean, kind of. Oh, here we go. Little gap here that we ended up holding. Sorry, excuse me. Little gap here that we ended up holding, and I know I wanted to see the 930 wick get hit. It just seemed very obvious at the time. Usually, when we have this kind of big wick to the upside and then a big move down, the move is kind of fake, and we do end up really wanting to go take out that 930 high before we make the actual move for the day. So theoretically, you could have waited for this to be taken out. Waited for whatever to get filled up here, taking your trade short to actually catch the real move of the day. But it's not what I did. So I saw that we took out this low. We ended up creating an SMT with ES. Let's see. Here we go. We ended up creating a little SMT right here. Oops. Which kind of gave me conviction as well as just kind of overall market structure. Like I noticed that we really didn't want to break this level. I mean, we tried multiple times, and this little gap right here was holding us down. So I had enough conviction in the fact that, okay, once I see this gap get broken, I'm going to wait for kind of really anything to enter off of, whether that was this gap getting inversed or what. But what ended up happening was we broke that gap on the 1 minute. We had a little pullback here. I actually entered, I think, right around here somewhere. I mean, I wish I could pull it up exactly, but obviously passed the account, so I don't have the account anymore. And then, no, this is, sorry. Oh my gosh, my brain. This is what happened. I saw that we kept wanting to push past this high, so I kind of took a, this was a little bit riskier, but I had enough conviction to where I thought it would play out. And my risk was very controlled. Like, obviously, I was targeting all the way up here. I was only risking a little bit. I only needed like $400 to pass, so I didn't need a lot. I was targeting up here. What ultimately happened was price came up, and I ended up closing out of the trade right here because ES actually took out the high, that 930 wick at that time. So I figured, well, if we are going to reverse at anywhere, it would be now. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of the trade. And then that only left me with, like, I needed literally like $10 left to pass my account. So I just took a short when I saw us kind of rejecting here, got the $10 I needed and passed. Now kind of just going over like what I've been doing wrong. And the reason why I feel like I haven't been able to pass these accounts is I don't think it's necessarily my strategy or my intuitions that's changed. I think it's more of just I'm focusing a lot less on my actual entry model. And I've noticed that when you're sitting there just looking for your entry, you stop looking at where the market's overall trying to go. And so, like, for example, I don't know, I very well, old me may have seen, like, we fill this gap right here, and then we start getting rejections off of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, SMT with ES. We just filled this gap. We're getting rejections off of it. Go short. We're going to target down here. And that's very well something that I could have taken before, where it's kind of like, oh, I see I'm getting more mixed up on the confluences rather than where the market I think is overall trying to go. And I thought it was this. And so unless the market really shows me that this isn't the objective anymore after the SMT, then I'll reevaluate. But I think that's mainly what I've changed. And then also just holding your trades, man. Stop closing them early. Stop forcing things. I really wish I had my stats pulled up because I had like a 90% win rate on this account that I was passing. So I traded really well. I only had 2 losses, and I think one of them was very silly. Like, should have never had it. But yeah, hopefully here pretty soon I'll be talking about taking a payout. And once that happens, we're going to be rolling. We'll figure some stuff out. We'll see what I want to do, but this is a good step in the right direction after months and months of trying. So, peace.